5, 6, 7, 8, and the hangout is on air. Good evening, everybody. Good evening, everybody. Hey, welcome to my vlogcast. Welcome to Thick Skin Only, y'all. Welcome. And you know my motto, if you don't like what I say, get the hell off my feet. My channel is not political, but my channel is real. It's real. It's about being human, who we are. It's about being intellectual. So I'm going to introduce someone right here, man. Make sure y'all like, subscribe, and share, hit the like button, and make sure y'all donate. You know what I'm saying? My moderator got the PayPal, because, you know what I'm saying, I need all the help I can get when I do my traveling. So I appreciate the donation, and I appreciate the love. I appreciate the subscribing. Hey, what's going on, Maga Nation? Much love to you. So I'm going to introduce right here. I'm going to let him tell them about himself right here. We got Delk.
It's live feed. It's live feed like it's
Yeah.
messing up on my end. Hey, listen, I want to first of all, I want to let all the women know that's here or there. We love you. Happy Mother's Day weekend to all of the ladies. Delk Senior love you. The gang love you. On behalf of myself and my family, we all love you. I want to send a special thanks to my cousin and my brother Mo, man, because he's been doing big things with his platform. I see so many great things when I watch Mo, and we don't get a chance to talk in front of the public a lot, but behind closed doors we get together and we congratulate each other and talk about each other's success quietly. And this was just a time that we say we're gonna get together and let the world know that it's not a dog and pony show, that the gang is active, it's real, and it's love. So I want to thank you, man, and to have me on your platform, because I've seen the aisles that you've been able to reach across. I've also seen the criticism that you've been taken so unfairly, for people that really don't know you, um, and know your walk and your struggle, our struggle. So
Yeah.
it's good to, from Chicago, to just let you know that we love you, we support you, and you know where home is. And this is our moment, and it all because of you, man. We love you. Glad to be here this evening.
Hey, thanks for coming on here. Thanks for coming on here. You know, it's a lot of stuff that we are that need to be brought to the table right here, man. I mean, we talked about this earlier. Like everybody see this title, it's called Prison Reform and More, man. And he got some stuff to say, you know what I'm saying? Because he been through it. We've been through it. We've seen it. It's not even just what we just researched. It's good to your research, but what we, you know, and prison reform, that's a big thing, you know. I mean, they don't know what really goes on in prison. They don't really know the system, how they want to keep us in the system, you know.
Exactly.
And I'm gonna let Cuz talk about this, man. Hey, what's on your mind? You bring it, man. My channel, Thick Skin Only, and just say it.
Um, First of all, prison reform. When I hear that word or that term used, um, it's deeper than that. Because we're affecting a lot of lives. A lot of lives has been affected from generation to generation, and part of the broken cycle of things that we see that's going on in the inner cities today is a result of everything that was wrong with. We're just going to use the big umbrella word, prison reform. Right. So what's happening is now it's been trickled down to a point where it's so bad that everybody want to talk about how to get it fixed, but don't nobody really know how to get it fixed, because don't nobody want to be the sacrificial lamb. Right. So at that point we decide that we don't need a face on the movement. We just need everyone as individuals to kind of join in and get things done on their own, and then in time we'll be able to get some things done. Everybody's not bad people. Chicago is not full of bad people. Guys that go to prison or make bad decisions are not necessarily bad people. They just some of the ones that got caught for making some of the bad decisions that other people got away with, or the system was favored towards them, so they was able to get away with it. But it's only a matter of time before all of those things come to a light. So my thing is to not really worry about things that we can't get done, and worry about things that we can get done. So I think if you begin to channel more energy and to not necessarily pointing the finger at people and saying he's a bad guy, but actually do something different than what he's doing. And then if you do that, then you won't even have to worry about what he's doing anyway.
Yes.
You know,
Yes.
I faced life 3 times, so I know about being in that type of a position.
Three times, three
Three
times.
times I faced life, and the last time I was set to receive a natural life sentence until I died was September 8th of 2016. Already found guilty of X amount of heroin with fentanyl on it with my background that made me class X eligible, habitual criminal eligible, and that put me in a position in which the whole case was fabricated. But nevertheless, I was in a position where I was face life for my 3rd time, and I'm still here. It's a lot of guys that have been through the same things. They're still here. We all know the story about guys that have been through it. So wait, what makes my story different, right? Because I was raised by a queen that was also a king, and that was Asa May Standerback. My grandma, Grandma Asa, your grandma, Grandma Asa. So that's what makes my story different, because a lot of people know about the guy that didn't have a father. A lot of people know about the single mother that raised the kids, the guy that was peer pressured into the game. But how many people know the story of being raised by a queen that was also a king, and respected as a king by many other great men throughout this city and throughout the United States of America for every which way she went and turned in this world? So I think just being able to be in that household and get a A for that under my belt put me in a position where I couldn't lose, and I was driven, and I knew that I was going to make some mistakes, but I was ready to get back up and brush myself up and try it again. You know, and life has been mirrored with those type of journeys through it. But I think if you can look at my life and be able to say, hey, look, man, if this dude that made it, I can make it. And not from a position of which we've heard it before, but from a position of which I'm still struggling and I'm doing it now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's real out here. It's not easy. It's not easy out here, but you can't give up.
It's not. You can't give up. You can't give up. And like we said, like you got people that been in prison ain't bad people. I'm gonna tell you, it's people that have never been to jail. Like you got these crooked people in the offices. A lot of them never been in jail, but they're the worst people that you ever meet. They are bad people. You know, and they're the one who corrupted the system.
Right.
You
Yeah. Listen. My last situation was a case where it was 2 dirty cops. And everybody from Chicago hear the stories about Home in the Fillmore or know how it is out west when it comes down to hustling and all the activity that goes on the corner, and how it's so easy to get mixed up because it happens so fast. And for people that's on the outside looking in, it's they'd say, well, you know, when they see a police report or the police say something, they'll believe it until they see a video like Laquan McDonald. But it's stuff like that that happens all the time, and it's even more broader problem than we think it is, especially amongst dirty cops in Chicago. And now I've even noticed the South Suburban police department suburbs in Chicago is even worse than Chicago police. As
Yeah,
far
you
as
got Evanston, you got Maywood. Come on now, many more to name. You know, Schaumburg. I thought about Schaumburg, and you got Hoffman State. You got all that.
Yeah. The judges know. A lot of the judges knowing what's going on nowadays, so they've began to what they call decriminalize certain cases.
Okay.
Right. So what they're doing now is they're putting guys that get caught with drug cases in programs in which those programs are intended to get that guy en route to becoming sober and clean with the support system when he gets out, if he completes this program. Well, these is for drug cases, you know, so that gives this guy a chance as an alternative, as opposed to just being sent to prison when really he has the drug problem, or more importantly, he probably has a mental problem too.
Right.
You know what I mean? I mean, a lot of times that's another thing that we don't talk about enough is like 90%. Well, Tom Dart, the sheriff here, said 60 some percent, but I say a higher number, probably up in the 70 some percentile range of guys that's really just incarcerated repeatedly have mental problems, whether it's um, PTSD, ADHD, bipolar, and not limited to those. Um, and I think it runs a little bit deeper than that sometimes, because then you got the way that they was raised, their childhood upbringing, and that is on top of everything else that they might have going on beneath the surface. It's a systematic problem, but we can fix it. It's just that we all have to band together and do. We can't help everybody, bro, Mo. You know,
Right.
Mo, they gonna judge you. They're gonna tell you a lot. Like when you try to help people, you're gonna realize that people gonna judge you. Is gonna be like they gonna think it's a game, and they gonna say he just like the rest of them, and what is it? What and they gonna question every aspect of it, right? What you're doing. But see,
Mm-hmm.
the thing about what you're doing is you're not looking backwards. So as long as we continue to move like a force and continue to move forward, I think especially because it is some strong black men out here. It ain't just me and you. You
Right.
know, it's more than just me and you out here, and it's more than just me and you out here than it actually made it from the slums, understanding what it is to come up in a broken home, but still yet try to have the most love you can, because the Bible tells you to do that, but yet and still become your own man and become your own person after so much bullshit,
Word.
right?
Yes.
So but like I say, it's about just trying to get ourselves together and market our brand and put us in a position where people being able to say, hey, those guys from the beginning, they was in it to make a difference. That's what they was in
Yeah.
it for. They was in it to make a difference. It was always about make a difference. It was passion. When we seen Delk Senior, when we seen Mo on the ground talking to guys, when we seen them helping people, it was real. It wasn't
Right.
based on anything other than anything but that person needed someone to talk to at the time. And
Mm-hmm.
sometimes that's all it takes, just to be able to talk to somebody. So we can't get too big where we can't stop and talk to someone about something, at least for about a minute or two.
Man, that's facts right there, y'all. That's facts.
You
We
know,
have to, man. I'm
mm.
telling you, this stuff is deep, y'all. This stuff is deep. People get
Gangbanging. We used to be, we was kids coming up. We was taught a lot of stuff on the streets or wherever, and we learned that stuff, and it put us in a position to be able to learn how to finesse and how to be able to take advantage of situations to be able to get what we need done, and we were in dire situations, right? So when we was able to do that, we learned how to go into situations that wasn't as hostile as our situation and thrive, right? Because we learned it in the jungle. Right. So if we take these same marketing skills, some of these guys, see, sometimes we get so caught up in just selling drugs and gang and we doing this and we doing that. But at the end of the day, we have some of the greatest minds when it comes down to being marketable,
yeah.
understanding that we have to use your brain. You have to use your brain. And when you use
Come
your
on.
brain, then you are understanding how easy it is to have everything that you dreamed of when you use your brain. But most importantly, you will have an understanding of self, right?
Mm.
And you will be at peace with yourself, and that will put you in a position where you can take that mask off. You can take that Glock out your waistline that everyone has. We just don't keep it in our waistline like you do. And then you can understand that I don't need all of that to be comfortable with who I am and enjoy my life and do the things that real men do. Right? And this is what we have to teach them. If they haven't been taught these things, then they don't know. Right? So we're going to step up as men and we're going to lock arms and get this thing done, then we can get it done. But the streets of Chicago, man, don't need nobody that's out here playing. Because people
Yeah.
been playing for too long with them, Mo. And we've been sitting back watching people play, Mo. And we know how what we done seen, and we know when somebody being sincere, and when we know when somebody playing games. See, we the type of people, we was always taught to sit back and understand and do our homework about things that we into it with, right? If we need to pass this test, we need to study for it. We just don't run up on no test and we ain't study for it because we ain't trying to take no L like that.
Word.
You feel me? So, you know, people just need to, first of all, just dumb it down. It's cool to dumb it down sometimes. Everybody ain't got to be everybody ain't got to be turned up all the time. It's cool to smoke you a little weed or pop your pill, whatever you do, and go to the crib and sit with your family with that baby that you got at home.
Yep.
That kind of stuff.
Real talk, man. So we know Chicago have been corrupt the whole life that we live down there, right? What are your take on? I mean, what made Chicago, like, murders goes up higher than it? Because you know they renamed Chicago and called it Chirac, which I disagree with. Horrifying and calling it Chirac. It's gonna all be Chi-Town to me. You know, you got these skinny jean ass little niggas that named it Chirac. But what made it Chirac? I mean, my thing 20 years ago, I seen the corruption when they took everybody's gang leaders and shipped them somewhere.
Exactly.
And it's not an organization no more. They're more of all renegades now. Okay, your take on this. Your take on this, cuz. Go ahead. Take it away.
My take on it. My take on it is you just pretty much nailed it. Only thing that I can add to it or take away from it is they really you know, a lot of this stuff is, like you said, is when they locked them guys up and when they sent them away. We know that was the biggest mistake that they did.
Yeah.
So as I sit here and I want to sit in the confines of my house and smoke, I always encourage people to do these things in the confines of your own home. Because, see, that don't put you in a position where you're not on the corners. That don't put you in a position where you feel like you out there in the jungle, where you feel like you in Chirac. You know what I mean? You need to be doing something when you're out there. If you ain't doing nothing, you don't need to be out there.
Yes.
Right. I love Chicago. I'm from Chicago. I'm not from Chirac, Chi-Town. I respect Chi-Town. It's on my arm, and that's gonna be there to my death. Chi-Town's own bad guy. So I understand and I respect it, but you know, I guess it's just a cultural disconnect. But
a cultural disconnect. So that's what it is.
And you know, and it's a cultural disconnect because, see, what happens is you got a lot of guys like this in our generation, right? When I go to them corners, when I go in them jailhouses by accident, trying to make $1 to feed my daughters, I always see older guys stray away from the shorties that want to be disrespectful, right? They like spook the step to them, man. I ain't deal with them shorties, but man, is you serious? But me, I don't know none of that. You know what I mean? And it ain't from a position that I'm trying to punk one of these shorties, but you need to respect tradition. Respect tradition. You would not be here without it. That's just the bottom line. So I don't know how to just tuck my tail and act like I don't see what these shorties doing, or because they shorties and they carry Glocks, or because they might jump on me, all that stuff. Hey, listen, we come up in the era, I tell people the late 80s and 90s is worse than anything that you people is going through now.
Come on now.
Because it started with your hands, right?
Yes.
So it started there. So if the bitch was in you, you never came back out. But if you did come back out, you came out harder, right? So if you knew you was out hand, now you got to come out harder. And it was real shit. That was the attack formation. It was real. Wasn't no ducking. Wasn't no bullshit. No snake, and none of that, right? So you learned the game for real on how to play this shit for real. So it wasn't no misses, no shooting with your eyes closed like this. You ain't shooting like that out the window. You never started like that. You started with your hands because that's what you was told to do. And if you can't take it that way, then it's levels to that shit.
Mm-hmm.
It ain't just no one little situation. Next thing you know, you want to pull the shit out and shoot sideways with your head turned the wrong way and shoot a kid.
Right. Yes. Yeah. Oh man. Look, I hate to say this, and I said this about a week ago. And you look at these top three cities, the third largest cities, the three largest cities. You got New York, and you got Los Angeles, you got Chicago, right? They're one like the hardest cities in America. They was the hardest city in America. Now they're the most pussiest cities in America. I'm just saying it. You got these fake ass Bloods down in Los Angeles. I talked to them.
That's crazy. I was just saying.
In New York, you know, Chicago. I mean, come on, it ain't the same no more. It turned off. Turned to a bunch of pussies and sissies in Chicago.
Yeah. Hey, you know, it's crazy. I was just talking about that this morning with somebody. On God. On God. I said we used to be leading the pack for being the realest and the sharpest. Now we like the slowest and the lamest and the goofiest and instead of the followers being the followers. Now we took their place and we letting followers lead us, trendsetters.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So now we got tight ass pants on and walking around all kind of shit. You know what I mean? This crazy shit. I don't knock what people do. I'm just trying to tell you, you know, what's going on is we fucked up, and so it got to be a bridge that need to be built.
Mm-hmm.
It can be built. It's not like it can't be built. It's just that everybody needs need to be met. Now we don't be concerned about what nobody wants is because that's when you get your needs met, you can take care of your own wants. Right? And so, and a lot of people miss this stuff when I'm sharing it, but for those that stop there, catch it, be like, that was a cold piece. So I think once you start to get that stuff in order like that and understand that it is a format and a formula and a process to getting it all together the same way it was the format and the process and the format to falling apart, and understand it with the right type of patience and the right type of support. Even if you don't have any support around you, you support your own self.
Yes.
Sometimes we have to do that. We can't rely on other people all the time and then blame other people all the time and we get into a pity party. And now we want to start back drinking, start back getting high and all that kind of stuff, which brings me to my next topic I wanted to talk about.
Oh, yeah, I can't wait for this. We talked about this.
I want to talk about opioid, that epidemic and how it's affected so many people, including myself.
Oh, stay tuned, y'all.
They put that shit in pills. That shit is in everything, and a lot of time we don't know what it's in. You got people that they put it in the bottles of lean and all kind of shit. If you like downers and opioids for pain, then this applies to all of you people. And you know, I have lost so many people. Even was in a coma myself for 3 days a year ago. You know what I mean? And it was ugly. You know, fucking with some lace lick. You know what I mean? And the lean is no joke either. You know what I mean? You have to So a lot of people think when you hear stuff, you think what you see on TV. Oh, they must have wrapped their arm up and put a needle in their arm with a rubber band on. No, that is not the format or use for a lot of people. That is only for a very, very small number of people do that. You know what I mean? But other people more of a recreational drug. They usually either pop the pills, or lean, or they're snorted, or however, or they're pop the Zans. It's the same shit because it could have the same, even worse type of effect. So the opioid family in general, and the police knowing about what's going on. I think that's what's really been blowing me because they've been knowing. If you see the numbers. If you really look at the numbers from 2017, overdoses of fatalities, and 2018 overdoses and fatalities, and we haven't even seen this year's yet. The census hasn't even dropped on it yet. But I know a lot of people that died this year too that I personally knew, and it's to me, that's kind of like one of the things that I feel like that the mayor need to be talking about if you're going to be talking about anything that's going on. The biggest problem that's plaguing our city and our communities and families is the opioid crisis. And
Okay,
it's
okay.
not like that they can't do anything about it, because they could do something about anything that they want to do. Just like if Lollapalooza was downtown, they could get as many police as they want to go and monitor Lollapalooza for however many days Lollapalooza is going to be there, and ain't going to be not one incident. It's not that many drugs being sold in Chicago where they don't have enough police to, first of all, get out of the police cars
Okay.
and get on bikes and on feet, because that's a whole different type of presence. And when you put that type of presence and pressure on the guys that's selling narcotics, then you put them in the position where they can't really do the things that they're comfortable with doing if they're coming on bikes and on feet, as opposed to being in police cars. But because how do you watch for them now?
Right.
You know what I mean? So if they would stop being lazy and stop playing games, they could do what they want to do. I'm tired of seeing my people die. Now, I know people's going to hustle and do their thing, but, we got to understand at what expense is a dollar. If we're talking about we losing a lot of our peoples. And a
Yep.
lot of them peoples that we lost really wasn't dope fiends. They really was just sick, or was just, you had issues where they was trying to just using that because they was looking to cover up some other type of depression or some type of pain.
Yes.
It wasn't hardcore drug use that was sticking needles in their arm or nothing like that.
See,
You know
this
what I mean?
should be what we talked about more.
Yeah,
Delk.
because people don't need to be ashamed to talk about it. I mean, that's the problem. Is
Yeah.
a lot of people like don't want to talk about shit that's the real problem, right? So how could I say that I'm the king of real if I'm not talking about the realest shit that's going on in my community?
Mm. Ooh, that's
You
some
know
real
what I mean?
stuff, dog.
And the second shit after that, then you would talk about the game vibes, but nothing is more powerful than when you watching all these people die in these ambulances on these hot days. It's just you be sitting out west and you seeing them come from every different direction, and all of them got bodies in them.
Right. Bodies.
Bodies.
Man.
I have seen this as soon as it get hot outside. If I was out west and I go live, you're gonna hear ambulances. I guarantee. By 2 o'clock, they're gonna be coming from every different direction.
See, you seen the corruption. You been in the corruption. You seen it.
Yeah, and
You
it's
seen it before they got
disheartening.
more corrupt. You seen the shit.
It's disheartening because everybody know what's going on. Then you got the PCP is another problem.
Oh, come on, talk about
You
it.
know what I
This
mean?
behind the scenes Chicago, y'all.
Yeah, it's
Share this
because
video.
we like not to talk about put it out there and talk about what's really going on, but that's another problem. You know what I mean? Because that is something that would take you on a whole nother trip and put you in a whole different atmosphere. And the next thing you know, you don't even know who you are no more. You're a walking clown. So, but that's just for those people. Those people that I have talked to that smoking on a regular basis. I have smoked it, but not on a regular basis like they have. But I got out of the jam because I had an experience, and I
I
said, you
smoked
know
it.
what? I can't fuck with that no more.
Right.
But those people suffer from a deeper type of depression.
Yes,
You know what I
Steve.
mean? Because all of the people I know that fuck with the boogie, they suffer from a different type of depression. It's a lot deeper than regular folks that I know. And so, because when they don't have that, they quiet and reserved. They detach from everybody to a degree. And because I really dealt with what they call the patients, I really hung with a whole lot of those guys. I
Yeah.
hung with a lot of all those guys because a whole lot of all those guys was around me. You know that, Mo. You know the block.
Yeah. On everything, Joe.
Yeah, so it's like shit. It was everything of a lot of all of those people, and so I
Right.
know them all, but they was still family, so I didn't treat them no kind of way. You know what I mean? We was always taught good family, bad family, they still family. So we looked out for our peoples in our community, whether they was going through some good shit or some bad shit. We still made sure they were straight.
My bad. I
Yeah,
cut my mic off quick. Go ahead.
yeah, it's
Mic
yeah.
off.
Yeah. So the prison reform, and then just basically just talking about the opioid crisis, and then most importantly, just letting people know that we behind closed doors, what you're doing is trying to bring some awareness to some things that we've been misguided about. And then what I'm doing is the same thing. And just because you don't see us every day talking about it to each other, or because you don't see me talking about it, and sometimes Facebook might try to shut down the truth from being said, so they might don't see Mo talking about it. But that don't mean that behind closed doors he's not putting in the work. So it's when the cameras go off is when we really put in all the work. So to be able to sit down and talk about this stuff at the end of the day is kind of like the release for everything that happened this week or that happened this month. You know what I mean? And so they don't understand the joy that we get from being able to do this and share this, and what that is coming from the heart, that it is real. It don't happen much. We don't know how long it's been since we did it, if we ever done this, and we don't know how long it's gonna do before we do it again. So this is something special. They missing it if they not watching it, but that's on them. They're gonna watch it. They're gonna watch it one day. They're gonna look back and say, "We need to watch that live right there." That was yeah. You know what I mean? So it's that moment. You know what I mean, that we were able to create right now, that I looked forward to, because I knew it was gonna be special, because I know what love is, and I know what the Delk bloodline bleed.
The Delk. See, look, y'all know what history of Delk. You know what I'm saying? Delk gang.
Hey,
Delk gang.
Hey, we got to talk about the gang now for about a couple minutes.
Let's talk about. Let's bring it. All right, here you go, y'all. Y'all want to hear the true story right here? This is live, y'all. Listen to this. This is true, and I'm gonna have Delk Senior bring it to y'all. He's gonna bring the heat to y'all. You dig? So make sure y'all share to get y'all popcorn. All right. Next, go ahead.
My man. So basically, what I wanted to do was put my family name and what my granddaddy stood for, more importantly, name in the national spotlight for something that it meant, something that he believed in. But it was at the same time, it was something that was creative enough where it wasn't just it was marketable, but it wasn't just for the same reasons that everybody hollering gang, right? So what I did is I decided that I wanted to put the Delk gang together, and I just said we're gonna do everything low key. That's gonna be the acronym for it, right? Because every letter gotta mean something, and it gotta be deeper than what we originally expect when you hear something that's associated with a gang, right? And we wanted to make it cool for little white kids, little Chinese kids, little black kids, to be able to put on a gang shirt and be like, that's Delk gang. They stand for something different, because I might have balloons or Winnie the Pooh on the shoes for the kids. You know what I mean? So, you know, it's not that type of a gang. It's just my family, like the Peanut Gang when we was kids. You know what I mean? And when they had the Peanut Gang or whatever, that was cool. So why can't I have my gang? And why can't I be a founding father? Why I can't be senior? Why I can't take care of my kids? You know what I mean?
My nigga.
You know what I mean? Somebody got to damn it do it, right?
Yeah, you dig?
If everybody thought like me, we all be rich, and everybody be happy because we'd be giving it to the right people.
Come on now, come on, right people, right. The right is right.
Ready for it, but we coming. They ain't ready, but we are coming. We coming.
Yeah. Coming, y'all. You know, look. That's why people on my feet right now. They skin on. They know how Delk up. They know, like, man, y'all so unique. Hey, we are a unique group of people. Yeah. We are.
We are special. That's why if you missed it, you're gonna miss it. Cause hey, listen, they don't make Delks no more. They don't make Delks no more. Just look around. I'm not trying to tell you nothing. I'm not trying to talk about who the hell you is or who you ain't. I'm just telling you that you're not a Delk, and they don't make these guys no more. Now, and the lady's gonna tell you the same damn thing. Now the ladies know it too.
Yeah. Right.
They know the truth.
They ain't gonna be on there.
Hey, I ain't mean to say that. I ain't mean to say that. No offense.
This kid on, this is my platform.
Hey,
my platform is old like this.
them the type of games I play. Them the type of games I play because I can. I'm so stupid. But yeah, I'm glad everything's going well. I'm gonna come up there. I'm gonna slide up there on you. We got to put something together. I gotta look at our calendars.
Yeah. Do a weekend. You know what I'm saying? One of my weekends off, man. We just come kick it, man. We just break bread, you dig? And we sit here, we just kick it, break some bread, drink on some Bud Light. I drink Bud Light Platinum. Got more alcohol in it.
Yeah. I'm need me something to drink now. I'm thinking about it. We gonna definitely. I'm definitely gonna do a mini vacay that way. So that way we can sit down and discuss some things. Cause they say like when great leaders get together and discuss great ideas, then you get great rewards that can come out of that.
Right.
So
that's it.
At the end of the day, what better? I be trying to link up with those that I know, and sometimes they be a disappointment. And it's not from a position. I keep telling people it ain't about the money, it's about the loyalty. Everybody want to know about the money aspect of what it is that we trying to put together, but they don't want to understand that the loyalty is the best part of it, because if you're not doing it from the heart, then what the hell is you doing it for? For some money? Then so basically your soul is for sale, then you for sale, then I could buy you. So that means that anybody that's trying to get me could buy you too. But they might have missed it. So if you ain't got no loyalty, I don't want you around me nowhere,
You dig?
I'd rather stand on my own 2 feet. I'd be cool with me.
Hey, don't you got a tattoo say "Get Delk Gang"?
Oh yeah, that's definitely. Can you see it? Hold up.
Let me see it right there. Hold on. You see the Trump the bar? That's the one you try to say that we are mafia.
You see it?
Scan outside. There you go. Don't get it twisted.
Oh, it's real.
Far right wingers, tell that. Because I deal with trolls over here, so
yeah.
Saying it, start spreading rumors about me.
Yeah, tell them to get that 606442.
Yeah. And the rumor, I slang keys all over the United States. I said if I did ways, I want my cut.
Hey man, hey look, they say if they ain't talking about you, you ain't doing nothing.
Right. Shit, I want my cut. You delivered a key over there. Where's my cut at? I thought I got a cut in there. I wouldn't have told nobody. Shit. See, I'm petty, y'all. We petty.
Yeah, they ain't talking about you ain't doing nothing. Yeah, you gotta you gotta come up to Chicago too, man, because I got something special when you come up here. I want to show you some different things.
I want to do some live stream on the west side. I want to do some live stream on west.
We could do that too.
Yeah, this is a live stream, and because they say if you walking with your MAGA hat on, so I want to walk on a MAGA hat on the west side. Because I've done that shit before, and everybody was cool with me. Oh man, Trump, my nigga. Look, I want to show people some real shit. Like, stop the media lie to you.
Out west, it's so real that you could do what you want to do out west. But people that ain't from out west don't know that because they ain't from out west.
Yeah.
So you know what I'm saying? So they don't really know. So they just be assuming because they ain't never been out west. But those that been out west, like you were born and raised out there. Like, damn it, that was your second home. So you know that you could be at home no matter what the fuck you got on out west. If you family, you good. You know what I mean? Yeah. And ain't nobody thinking about no slow shit. They want to hear what you talking about.
They want to hear it.
If you talking about some real shit, they gonna fuck with you.
Dude, I had a camera. This one dude like, oh, you support Trump? Like, yeah. What's up, man? Dude, like, man, I fuck with Trump. He a gangster. I'm like, what the hell? Niggas out west, they trying to save a new squares. Like, I don't care about that shit. You know what I'm saying? It's too much shit going on out west more than politics.
Right. That's what
they don't want to talk about that shit.
You brought me to a good thing. who in office is going who be in office anyway. They're gonna be there regardless.
Regardless.
They was voted for. They was appointed to be in that position. So they're gonna be in office, and they're gonna control the big people's money up at the top. That's bigger than our tax bracket. That is stuff that normal folk like us ain't gonna be affected, even if we got us a few million out of life. We're not gonna even be under them people's radar. They're not even gonna notice you because of the type of money they got. So whatever they doing up there, that's not going. We need to be focused on what's going on in our own communities and what we can do about what's going on, and stop depending on the government to do shit for us all the time. You know what I mean? And
thank you.
start doing some shit for yourself.
Come on.
By taking care of your own responsibility first as a father, or a granddad, or a son, or a brother, or whatever. At least try. I know it's difficult because we all have some peoples that have the same blood that don't be acting like they blood, right? But I'm gonna leave that for another day. But other than that, we always try to lead by example, right? So they ain't gonna make too many guys like that no more. So when you run across a guy that's cut like that, then you have to appreciate him. You have to respect him. See, a problem, and a lot of time I run into problem with us. I have to remind each other that we ain't got no business bumping heads because we are the last of the dying breed for real. So when I be seeing guys like our age bumping heads, it really make me real mad because I feel like that person know better. Yeah. Like we're supposed to have respect for each other at this stage in our life.
Thank you.
So when I see each other, when I see people that be in our age category, that's probably one of the most biggest things that make me is a fake bully. A fake bully that I don't care if he a police officer, he in the army. I don't care about none of that shit. Because at the end of the day, you take that shit off, nigga, you just a man, nigga. If you talking like a bitch, then you is, man.
My nigga.
And that because a real man don't even carry himself certain type of ways. So when I see that kind of stuff, that kind of like gets me a little edgy. But kids being kids and everything else that happen in politics, none of that stuff really bothers me. But it's just when I see men in our age category from our generation acting out of character of being men who what God created us to be. Woo! You know what I mean? So that's the only thing that gets me because we so quick to judge each other. I don't know why. Like you mad because I made it. Like I ain't dead. I'm like, why you like? Is you mad because I'm dead? Or I'm over here and are you serious, nigga? Are you saying that shit, nigga? At your age, you know what I'm saying? Where's your mentality at, nigga? You should have been dead a long time ago. You escaped because you not no thinker.
Come on,
if that's what you thinking about. So when I see guys like that bump heads with real dudes, we don't supposed to bump heads. I don't bump heads with nobody. If I don't bump heads with the shorty, what the hell is I'm bumping heads with you for?
Hey, somebody got you asked the question in the chat room. It said, Mo asked him, is he down with TGG?
I don't know.
He don't know. What's TGG? Chat room, y'all being petty tonight. Chat room be petty like motherfucker. I love you. My moderators be crazy.
Who is that?
On YouTube, the YouTube chat room.
It's a dude.
Not everybody. Look, they be lighting up in the chat room. The chat room.
I think I do fuck with them. I think I do fuck with them. With them.
Right, they be clowning in there.
Hey, you heard me? I think I do. I got some little partners at TTG. You hear me?
Oh!
I do.
Trump Gucci gang.
Oh yeah, I got some partners there too.
Yeah.
But
look, you don't walk around with Trump the reigning syndrome. Oh, that Trump man! Everybody all pissed off about him. The whole world going crazy off that one name. These dumb fuckers.
No, I don't do that. You know, Chicago people got a different type of a temperament. I mean, you know what I mean? we really don't get into that like that, because Chicago is people is like, as long as you let us make our money and stay out of our business, then we'll stay the fuck out y'all business.
So Chicago's not a Trump-free zone. This one
No,
lady said this. Chicago is not a Trump-free zone. Don't listen to the liberal media. Don't
no,
listen.
it's not that at all. It's I wouldn't say this friendly, but I wouldn't say this like what people make it like to be like, and be like it's nothing like that either. You know what I mean?
You're a Trump supporter, they can beat your ass.
Nah,
It ain't like
nah,
I walk on the west side with my MAGA hat on.
no, it's not. It's nothing like that. You know what I mean? We
They
have
love look, they're still trying to sell a loose square. Look, hey man, oh you got Trump? I don't care, Trump supporter. Hey, I got loose squares. Oh, here you go. They ain't care.
that's crazy. It's all love, dog. I'm finna make sure my meal get cooked for me.
Okay.
Then I'm gonna go slide out here, give me a drink.
Oh, get your drink on, man. Yeah, yeah.
Then,
Appreciate you coming on, man. I just wanted to, man, that it was lit tonight.
yeah, hey, listen, listen, Mo. Hey, look, man, look, I love you. It wasn't just a pleasure because that's like something that I get all the time when we talk, and even when I don't talk to you, sometimes I just reflect on memories of us
Right.
talking or little times that we spent together, even and that give me a that same type of relief. But you know what I mean, it was something different about us talking today, and we said we wanted to get the message out. You know what I mean?
Yep.
You said, man, listen, man, we talked about it. You asked me what was going on. I say, listen, I'm going through some things, but I got some other things that I'm working on that I
Yes.
think it's gonna end up being the positive after the negative, and
Yeah.
everything gonna be all right. We talked about a few things, and then share similar like events that happened between situations, and then how we was able to stay focused and continue to move forward. And then we talked about those things, and then we said, you know what, we need to talk about this and go and get it off our chest. So we did that, and we did, and we had fun. We had fun with it, and
Yeah.
and at the end of the day, this is something I think that we got a chance to do from the heart, and we enjoyed it. And I hope that everybody that had a chance to tune in to it, they got a chance to see what type of vibe and how we move. When we used to be out west, you know what I mean? We used to be up north, you know what I mean? And we used to be at the factory. And we used to be anywhere that we was, whether we was at grandma's house or
The
sister.
faction, the rendezvous right over there.
Rendezvous. You can't go without the rendezvous. If you couldn't go to the rendezvous, you really weren't supposed to be out the house. Then you weren't grown yet, so you should have never came to the factory. But yeah, the rendezvous. So we did that. Then after that, we did Uncle Remy's, the trailer house, and then we probably went to the house. And ain't no telling. But hey, listen, I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. Thank you for your time, man. You always was a pleasure, man. Every time we get a chance to talk about some real stuff, it's just that we got a chance to share with the world. You know what I mean? These conversations that we had tonight is conversations that we always have all the time. It's just that we had a chance to share with the world. So,
hey, do me a favor, bro. I'm finna log off. Stay online right now. I'm gonna log off the broadcast on here.
Okay.
Any words you want to say before I log off the broadcast? Then you stay online.
Hey, listen, I need everybody to do your part. You know, do your part is do what you can do today. That means for your kids, that means for yourself, that means for anyone else that you could do something for. And it's not gonna break you in half. If you could do that for that person, and it's not gonna hurt you, then do it, because tomorrow's not promised today. And if you put yourself in a position to catch blessings tomorrow, then line yourself up with the things that you can do today. All right.
All
That's
right.
my message. I love y'all, man. I love y'all.
Who says?